Old and Crackadated here, and I finished. Let me turn some light on here. Well, let me get some more light hooked up. I don't want to waste it. Okay. Here is my finished. I need to clip those strings off though, they look sort of ugly. My finished Jaguar style. Looks good. Oh, it would help, I guess, if I plug up. Still not tuned right. tell you, these days you just can't hardly get a bad pickup. They've got so many that are CNC wound now that I've got to order some Alnico 2 pickups, because I like Alnico 2s better than any pickups that have ever been made. Because Alnico 2s were the real thing back in the 60s and 70s. That was the original the best blues sound came from that. That's the vintage sound. I like the mellowness of them. I think I'm going to have to take the bridge off. The ground wire that came through the hole into the bridge slot, I think the pin cut the wire when it went in, and I've got a little noise out of it. But everything seems clear. I just need to use a noise gate on the amp to tone down that hum. But what I'm going to do is pull that, well, I'll leave the wire in there, but what I'll do is skin the insulation off, wrap a wire around it, solder it, and run a wire, lift the bridge up, and put it up under the tailpiece and screw it back down. That way I'll get a good ground. But the look of it is pretty good. The difference in the neck and the body, it blends real well. I sort of like it. that's my build. I like it. I love the little skinned off spot here. Right in here, a little light, and right there. Gives it a nice warm look, and then there's the little spot here and a little spot there. Tiny little spot there. A little rubbed off spot here. That looks good. Yeah, y'all comment on what you think about it. Let me turn this off and I'll unbox what I've got here. Leo James. Come on out of there. I don't think I ever showed the other kit I put together because I had a problem with the truss rod nut. It was stripped out. And look at that. That's gonna be a beauty. I guess I can go over there and get it, and bring it over here, or either take the camera over to it, probably be easier, since I've got it hooked up over there. But I worked and worked on that truss rod, and I finally got enough of the bridge cranked up to stop the string buzz, or at least I think I've stopped it. But I mean, it was stripped out. Apparently they shipped that thing out to somebody and they'd stripped it out and just put it back in a box and sent it back to them. If you do damage something, don't send it back. Keep it and work on it. But this one's just like the other Leo James that I've already got put together. I didn't do anything at all to the neck. The thing is slick. It's got a nice coating on it. And no need to do anything other than I used that guitar polish on the fretboard. And works out good. There's a guy in the ice cream commercial says, turned out good. Well, let me turn this off and I guess I ought to unbox the other one. It's a telly style. Oh, let me go get it. Okay. Here is the other Leo James kit. They came in the same box. There's what it's going to be. boy. I didn't mean to unbox the pick guard and all that stuff. I just wanted the neck out of there. Come on out. I like the way they package this stuff in this foam like paper stuff. I'm thinking about doing a mixture of the brown stain and the red stain to do this one. Or either just do it in the brown stain. I think that might look pretty good. Probably look good if I taped it off right here on this and did the red stain there and brown up here. That might look pretty good. I may try that. Yeah, just tape it off right here and go ahead and stain it red on the bottom and brown on the top. Or brown on the top, on the bottom, and red on the top. But I think that would look better with the brown and do red down here. It would be different for sure. I think that's what I'll do. I better make a note on that because I tend to forget things I plan and end up doing something different. Well, let's see what the neck looks like. And that's already finished. I may just leave that exactly like it is, but I will touch up these frets like I did on the other one I finished. Yeah, I think that's going to stay just like it is. Got a good finish on it. Slick, very playable. If you want some finger dirt on it, it'll look fine. But I will polish it with a guitar polish. This is the kit guitar that I put together, and I put it together on the couch. I still don't have the string buzz out. I've still got to get that nut that's stripped out. I'm having trouble backing it off. I've got a tool that I can use to stick down in there, and it'll wedge and it'll turn even the stripped out. I've got almost all of the bridge adjustment done on it, and I can go a little bit higher and get the rest of that buzz out, but I'm going to work on it. Problem is getting truss rod nuts. You can get the fender nuts, and everything don't fit the fender nuts. A lot of the overseas stuff does not fit the fender nut, so I don't know what you do. I like the thing, except I just can't get the nut on the truss rod to back off. I did just a little, got it to turn just a hair, but ooh, excuse me. It's a Leo James. But I think somebody bought it and never unwrapped the body, but unwrapped the neck and set the truss rod, or tried to, and tighten it instead of loosen, and stripped the threads out, because they were totally stripped. Now it'll turn back the other way to bow the neck up, but that's not the way I need to go. It's stripped in the direction I need to go with it to back it off. Put Ernie Ball strings on it. Nine to 42. That's my favorite kind. Of course, I guess if it had 10s on it, it might put enough pressure on it to straighten that neck. But it is a beauty. Look at that. And the tremolo seemed to work pretty good without it. Without it getting out of tune. Well, that... I guess I'll go ahead and put this video out with my finished product on that Jaguar style. I like that thing, and it is pretty. It is a pretty, pretty thing. Got good pickups on it. And make comments and tell me what you think about it. I guess I could turn this off. Tell me what you think about it, about the color of it and everything. But I do like it. And man, I'm telling you what, you talk about a wiring diagram. It's all in black and white, and it showed the switches turned upside down, but it didn't show anything other than that. It didn't really give you the order in which they went in, which they stair step up on the front. But it didn't indicate really which way the pickups went, which way the switches went. It gave you just a schematic but not really a good indication of which location. You didn't know where of course, I did know that the difference in the red and the blue and the yellow. I think yellow is bridge pickup, red's neck pickup, and the blue is middle pickup. At least most of them are that way. But you never can tell. So I just did the best I could, and that turned out, it turned out right. Yeah, I think I'm going to like that guitar. Well, old and crackadated, and if it can, it surely will. And I tell you, I've got to make a video of the puppies. I may try to get some video of them tomorrow. But they are the cutest little things. And it's like feeding piranhas. When I go out there with the food, they come running. They're staying in that hot tent. And I had to drag a sleeping bag out of there and put it on the clothesline today. They had it off on the ground, and all that rain got it wet where it was laying, where water was running under the edge of the tent. Got the edge of it wet, so I put it on the clothesline out there. And I was searching for a water leak, and if I'd have done it right the first time, I would have gone ahead and turned the water off, cut off to the house on the main line that goes down to the horses. It don't turn it off down to the horses, it turns it off to the house. Well, I turned it off, I checked the meter, nothing leaking. Then I turned it on to the house. Well, I've got a cut off right there at the house, and no leak there. And I turned it on to the house, and then you could see it tick, tick, tick. My toilet in the master bathroom, the flapper valve was messed up. It's been in there ever since I put that toilet valve in there, and that's been quite a few years ago. And I replaced that, and then turned the water on, let it fill up, and went up there, and no leak. So, and I had $198 or $189 water bill, but I had left the water on down to the water trough down there. that was all afternoon, all night, and all the way up to feeding time about 3 o'clock the next day. So that was more than 24 hours. So it ran about 18,000 gallons, which normally I use 5,000 to 6,000 gallons a month because of the horses. I've got three watering tanks, and the dogs drink out of them. They keep one of those troughs muddy as it can be. I can always tell when they've been down there, because Bear will get in the doggone mud, and then he'll go down there and get his front feet in the trough, and the water will be just dingy as it can be. But I love Rough and Bear. And Bear's bad too. He gets in the mud and he gets his front feet in the trough. He's like Pigpen of the Charlie Brown series. When he comes in the house, that's dirt's dried on him. He's been in the water and been in the dirt. And he'll lay down on the kitchen floor, and I have to go in there and sweep, and I get a dustpan full of dirt out of the floor. But I love him and Ben, and the two puppies. I really miss little Ruthie, though. That was a high cost to pay for those puppies, getting them in out of the cold, because they might not have survived. It got down to 12 degrees or something like that. But I let Ridge in to have her puppies. Well, old and crackadated, and things have gone pretty rough. I lost my little Ruthie, and she was 14 years old. Had her for 13 and a half years. I miss that little baby. But them little cuties, I'm telling you, that's the cutest little puppies. They're cuter than the last batch last year, which Ben and Bear came out of. There's the only two I had left. Of course, the neighbor's got one that looks like Ben down the road. He loves that dog. Yeah, I want to try to get a video made in the next few days of the puppies. The weather's warm enough now that I can tolerate it out there, man. I tell you, we've had some mighty cold weather. Well, old crackadated, hit that like button and make comments on the guitar, what you think about what it looked like.